Back to the run home with Joel and Fletch, thanks to Hyundai. Hyundai Keys to Summer event is on now. I am Justin Horro, joined by Michael Carianis, and we are joined by the man himself, the hottest ticket on social media right now, the NRL Roast Dean Messiter. Dino, sorry, mate. How do I pronounce your last name? I've never pronounced your last name before.
No, it's all right, mate. Everyone gets it wrong. It's Messiter.
Messiter. There you go, because I've always just called you Roasty over the years. But Roasty, thanks for joining us on the run home, mate. The social media is just going crazy at the moment because you've been dropping some really big names and going through the rankings, and you're about to get onto, I believe, your top 10 soon, mate. But how have you seen it and the reactions on social media so far with your top 100 for 2025?
No, thanks for having me, Scope, and hello, MC, mate. Yeah, just about to drop the greatest Valentine's Day present to all the fans. It's the number one hottest player in the league. We're getting close to it. I haven't announced the 20 to 6 yet, so that's what I'm going to be announcing with you guys. But yeah, a little bit later, number one. But yeah, some surprises today. That the reactions have been good. Some of the players have responded, which has been good. Whether it's positive or negative, I'll take it. A lot of them, I think they all take it in a bit of fun. But I even had Felice Kafusi. He was messaging me trying to get some inside info. Apparently, Herbie's been hitting him up all morning, so they're very keen to hear the results.
Well, that ties into what Jordan Ricky just told us about Herbie. That he was Herbie last year was very happy that he was ahead of Jordan Ricky. But how does the research go, mate? How many hours do you spend over this, and how do you do your research?
So it's all fan voted. So I just put it up a poll, and all the fans go to a link and they get 10 votes. So 10 votes for every player in the top 30 is listed, and so they can go through and use those 10 votes, maximum of 10 votes, and then it just tallies up who is the hottest player. So basically, it's not really research. I'm just getting the fans to do all the work for me.
Yep. And because this is the run home, mate, with Joel and Fletch, he's been big on it all week. I think the boys had you on early in the week too, Roasty. He was high on both Jamie Humphries as a smoky, yet to feature, I believe, and also huge Tamati Martin guy, and he comes in at number 50.
Yeah, look, again, this is a fan vote, so I have no, fixture in this, but Tamari Martin at 50 is robbery. He should be close to top 10, I would think, but there are just so many players there in the 10 to 20 range. It's so hard to crack it. And when, like I said, you only get the 10 votes, so it does make it, some players do miss out, but they were high on Jamie Humphries, and I can reveal he's the rookie of the year in the hottest 100. He's come in at 15. So he's the highest anyone's ranked in their first year, apart from the very first year. Well, he's the highest anyone's ranked in their first year. So congrats to Jamie Humphries in at 15. The boys have been riding him hard all year.
So there you go. So are you going to reveal 20 to 6 with us, are you? Is that what we're going to go through now?
Yeah. So we'll go 20 to 6. So I'll run through a few of them. I'll stop on a few and give a few details. But Harry Grant at 20, he comes from the Storm. Massive run here from Cameron McInnes at 19. I don't know where that's come from. I've seen a lot of emails, so we collect the emails, and it's Cameron McInnes at gmail.com. So it's a lot of votes, but he comes in at 19. New signing for the Eels, Zach Lomax at 18.
Yep.
Katoni Staggs with the Broncos, he's at 17. I say the number one player in the game, but here he's ranked 16th, and that's Nathan Cleary.
And we Nathan said 16. Yep.
Yeah, he has cracked the top 10 a couple of years ago, but yeah, he hangs around that in between the 10 and 20 mark. Jamie Humphries, like we said. Valentine Holmes cracks number 14 spot, and because he's with the Dragons, he's now become the highest ever voted Dragon. So great shout. I'm loving that signing. I'm loving that signing right now. A former number one is Nico Hines. He's dropped down to 13th. Massive drop there.
That's huge, yeah.
And I messaged Dino Watling after he was on earlier. He was talking about your man Jesse Arthurs. He comes in at 12th.
Yeah, Jesse should be higher. Jesse's a...
Yeah, he should, definitely, yeah. Yep. Big Tino, he comes in 11. Thought being out for a whole season can affect people. Like you see that they do drop out when they're out of, I suppose, the people's minds. But he's tracking on to be a massive starter this year. So he comes back in 11th. A former top 5, Ryan Pappenhausen at 10.
Okay, we've got the top 10 now. Okay, let's go. Pappy at 10.
We'll go to top 10. So we'll do 10 to 6 here. Pappy at 10. The Pirate, as Kempy calls him, Connor Watson, in at 9.
Sexy Pirate.
Stephen Crichton. Yeah, Stephen Crichton leads the Bulldogs, and throughout this whole thing, out of the top 100, Bulldogs actually have the most named players at 9, and they overtake the Broncos and the Roosters, who last year had equal 11. So Bulldogs now the hottest team.
Who else do the Dogs have in their top? I know you can't give all of them away, but who are some of the ones that they've got in the top 100?
Yeah, they don't have anyone else in the top 5, so I'm not giving anything away there. Toby Sexton coming at, I think, 27th. Matty Burton. Joshy Curran was high at 33.
Joshy Curran, well done.
Yeah,
it's that new. It's the mullet.
Bronson Cherry. Yeah, Bronson Cherry, Jacob Kiraz. Just going through the list here. Jacob Preston. I think he's the lowest out of them, but yeah, that's it. So
all right,
9
so
in total they got. Number 7, Dill Brown at the Eels.
Dill Brown, yeah.
Hopefully soon to be at the Dragons. And look, this guy has been so unlucky over the years. He's finished second, I think, 3 years in a row. Last year he dropped to 6th, and he finishes 6th again. That's Cameron Murray.
Oh, Cam Murray. 5. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Cam Murray would
be a bit of a shock there.
Yeah, top of the list for a lot of people. Tourist was saying before, when you're rattling off some of the names in the top 20, maybe Nathan Cleary's been affected by the Mary Fowler votes. You know, like when a player gets coupled up, therefore, you know, they could be perceived to be off the market, so they get less votes. Do you think that ever plays into it, Roasty?
Perceived to be off the market?
Oh, he's off the market, but they perceive their chances to be lesser than what it was before. Do you ever see anything that correlates with that, Roasty?
Sounds like the tourists just copied what I said on Wednesday, word for word. And I think it does. I think it does affect it. You do see when they start posting pictures of them with a partner or something, and they sort of drift out in votes. But in saying that, like I said, my audience is about 75% male, 25% female. So all this voting is majority males. So I don't know how much that does affect it, but it obviously does a little bit.
All right, Roasty. Well, thanks for joining us. We're excited. You're going to be dropping the top 5 at 6 o'clock. Is that right?
Yeah, around about 6 o'clock, and then heading straight into a little bit of footy action, so can't wait.
There you go. Perfect timing right at the end of the run home. Thanks for joining us on the run home, mate. We'll be peeling and going straight onto the social media after to have a look at the top 5 and then getting into some footy tonight as well. Thanks for joining us on the run home, Roasty.
Cheers, legends. Talk soon.
Okay,
yeah, so there you go. Any surprises there for you, mate?
Yeah, there's a couple of big ones. I was even looking at some of the names that were way further down the list. Joseph Tarpany. Joseph Tarpany is a good-looking cat. You could go through a number of them. A lot of the boys now too, when you look at this list, they're in peak form, and they're shredded. They're in it's the hardest you're going to train during preseason. So Jordan Ricky looking out to see where Jordan finishes up.
Yes.
Highest ever ranking. I wonder. Felt like he's been in around the top 3, top 4 before. So we'll see how our man Jordan Ricky, friend of the show, goes in the top 5 at 6 p.m.
Had Roger Tuivasa-Sheck 23, Brian To'o 21.
That could be voters' fatigue for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck because he's just been around for so long now. People have sort of just got, they like to look at the new talent. That could be the issue there. So
you're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.